Morning. Happy Monday. Wow. Oh my gosh, I'm running a little late, but we're all good. Okay, so I am in need of a lot of thank you cards. I promised you all whoever had spent $100 would get a free retired bundle, and that must have just really been an awesome deal because I've had so many of you take advantage of this wonderful offer, and I want to give you a handmade thank you card for that, plus of course the free bundle. So I'm going to show you all a technique I use for making beautiful thank you cards, but they are very quick. Okay, so that is what today's Facebook Live is all about today. And let me, I am a little late. I haven't even set up my camera yet, so give me 2 seconds. Well, maybe more than 2 seconds. My husband always teases me because my sense of time is like way not accurate. Okay. Before we get started, for those of you who have just found me, this is your first time. First of all, thank you. Welcome. My name is Kristina Reese, and this is Creating with Kristina. I come live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday here on my Facebook page to bring card tutorials to card makers. I love helping you with art design skills and just some of my own ideas that you may like to take and make your own cards. Okay, wow, we've got lots of people here this morning. Good morning, Linda and Mima and Janet, Mary, Kathy. Good morning, everyone. How are you? Happy Monday. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you how to make 8 very elegant fall thank you cards, and it's going to take you less than 30 minutes to do this. So I'm looking at the clock right now. I have been on for 2 minutes so far. We're going to get here started in just a sec, and I'm going to try to time myself. We'll see how I do. One more thing before we get started. Don't forget, celebration ends in 10 days, okay? So the end of September is the end of our celebration. And if you're not familiar with celebration, basically we are giving away, now I personally am giving away a free retired stamp set, bundle right now for $100. But Stampin' Up! Is giving you a free brand new, only available through celebration stamp sets when you spend $50, or paper packs, depending on what you choose. They also have a hostess promotion, a host promotion going on right now, all kinds of free goodies in there. And last but not least, there's a joining special also. And I've had quite a few of you take advantage of the amazing joining special right now. And I'm just loving how big my team is getting and how much fun it is to have you all on my team. All right. Like I said, let's get started. So we need a supply list. The very first thing I'm going to do, this is a fall card. So I'm bringing out this beautiful, pretty, whoops, let's switch over. There we go. Pull that off. I'm also going to put my host code up there. So if you use the host code, my camera doesn't look right. Hold on. Let me wiggle around a little bit here. There we go. All right. So we have pretty pumpkins. It is really tilted. I'm not sure what's going on with my camera here. Okay, I apologize. There we go. Pretty pumpkins. And let me get the glare off of there so you can see how pretty this is. But what's really neat about this stamp set is that the coordinating dies, first of all, the dies cut these parts out, but they have extra dies. And we're going to be using one of the pumpkins. Here's a really fun pumpkin that's got all kinds of cutouts on it, but this is the pumpkin we're going to be using today, this cutout. So we need this stamp set, so I'll put that to the side. What else do we need? We need some gold metallic paper. You saw how my pumpkin was set up on this gold metallic paper. Well, this is a really cool, it's gold and also rose gold, all right? And this is in our annual catalog, gold and rose gold 6x6 metallic paper. So I'm using the gold paper today. I'm also using, our card is set up on a white base. So I have card bases here. I've already cut a lot of this stuff out for us so that even though I'm timing myself, I've taken into consideration how long it took me to make that part when I time my 30 minutes. But just 8 simple card bases, white card bases, okay? You're also going to need some black and white paper. Now, what's really awesome about this black and white paper is it is free. This is free paper with a $50 order, and it has black, kind of a dark black on one side and a white on the other side. Okay, so that's front and back showing you. And I love this kind of paper because you can use it just black and white like we're going to use today, or you can use your colors and color it in and make it any color you want. So really awesome paper there. And that's in the Celebration brochure. Another thing we're going to be using is a border die. I've already pulled it off. There it is. This zigzag border die right here. So we need a border die. And so we've got all that so far. What else do we need? Let me look at my list. We need some linen thread. And what I've already tied all the bows, but we're going to tie 8 little linen thread bows. And you'd think, oh my gosh, that would take you longer than 30 minutes. But once you get kind of in the rhythm, making 8 little bows only takes you a couple minutes. It doesn't take long at all. Black ink. Oh, and another thing that helps. So if you're trying to make cards quickly, you really do need a stamp positioning tool, and we call ours the Stamparatus. All right, and you can see I already have my stamp in there, and it's from the Pretty Pumpkin set, and we're going to be just inking and stamping, and inking and stamping. It goes really fast when you have a stamp positioning tool like that. Okay, called the Stamparatus. I think that's it. Let me double check. Oh, the other thing was, and I didn't mention this, but you'll need 1 inch by 5.5 inch black strips. And this border die has stitched sides on both sides of the zigzag. So it's going to cut a zigzag down the middle and create 2 borders. It's really awesome. Okay, so we have that. Okay, we have our supply list. Now, one more thing before we get started, and that is this card only has 3 parts to it, okay? And that's what makes it so fast, all right? But what makes it so elegant is the materials that you use. Gold, black, and white just makes for a very elegant card. A lot of New Year's Eve parties are like that. Black tie events are like that. Weddings are like that. Just really beautiful. So we're using black and white plus a gold. So that's one thing, is your color combo. Another thing is, so this card, and I'm going to show you what the card looks like real quick. Here it is. It has 3 parts. It has a border, it has an image, and it has a sentiment. And that is it, okay? So that's what makes it so quick, is it is easy. But it is very elegant. All right, so we have those. Are we ready to get started? So let me get everything set up. First thing we need is our card bases. So we've got that. The next thing we need is our DSP. Now our DSP is cut at 1 1/4 by 5.5. Then we need our, we only need 4 black strips because this is going to cut 2, all right, when I run it through the embossing machine. And then we'll need 8 pumpkins. Okay, we need that. We are also going to need 8 little bows, okay, and we're going to need the stamp positioning tool. So, like I said, I've already cut a lot of this out, so I'm just going to run these 2 through the machine. And I'm looking at the time. It is 8:24, so here we go, 8:24. Let's see if we can make these cards in less than 30 minutes. And I do have an electric cutting machine that kind of speeds me up also, but not that much faster than a regular embossing machine. Okay, come on, get off of there. So here's this pumpkin. And like I said, I had already started and I cut all 8 of these out. Whoop, come here, you guys. All right, so I have all 8 of my pumpkins now. There we go. And these pumpkins have little pieces. They come out real easy. Just be kind of careful. I tore one earlier. I was going so fast. But they come out easy. You just have to, like I said, just be a little careful. There we go. All right, so we have our 8 pumpkins. Then, like I said, when you cut this, it makes 2 stitched zigzag borders. All right, so I've got all those over here. There are my borders. And the first step is to adhere the zigzags to the DSP. So what you're going to do is you're going to set up all 8 of your DSPs. 3, get all this out of the way. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get your tape, go ahead and put tape on every one of these at once. It's called assembly line, but when you are trying to make a whole bunch of cards at once, and this is great for Christmas cards too. You know, this would be really pretty with like a gold Christmas tree, or maybe a gold, oh, I don't know, snowflake. That would be pretty. Yeah, we've got all kinds of nice cutout images that would make a pretty elegant Christmas card, and you could go really fast. Okay. And 2 more. And what makes this go faster, if you have ever really studied assembly lines, is that I'm not having to stop in between each one and realign and redo. So now I've got my stitched part. Here, come here. And now I'm just going to line this up. And I'm going to stick all these down. Okay, 1. And 2. 3. How fast can we go? How fast can we go? Come on. All right, everybody. Behave. There we go. Yeah, another thing is you want, when you're under the pressure of a clock, I hope I don't make too many mistakes, because that will really mess up my timing, but that's okay. And 1 more. Okay. I was thinking, yikes, I'm missing one, but I see it over here to the side. And then this one. All right, now once I've got all these put on here, my next step is to set up my Stamparatus, all right? And like I said, I've already done that, but we're gonna stamp all the cards. And I put the DSP on the zigzag, so when I put this in, I'm setting up my Stamparatus here, I wanna make sure that my stamp doesn't get in the way of my border. So I'm gonna put this on here like this. All right, there's my, whoops, I'm sorry, I'm going this way. I found that if I put my card this way, this hinge doesn't get in the way. So I have that there, and I know that my border is gonna go right here, okay? And so I put that stamp right there where I knew I wanted it to be. And I can move this border out of the way. And now I can just start inking and stamping. All right, so we're on to step 2. Here we go. 1. And we look at it. Oh yeah, perfect. This is what I love about the Stamparatus. If you all don't have one of these and you're gonna be making a lot of Christmas cards, I strongly encourage you to get this. This is like, whoopsie. Okay. There we go. Kind of I can put a bling there to cover that up. All right, this is kind of in my way. There. And ink. Remember, when you're going fast with ink, you want to be careful. No mess-ups allowed. But this is another reason why I'm stamping first instead of putting the card together and then stamping. Because even though I have a stamp positioning tool, I could still make a mistake going kind of fast. And I don't want to do that. So, here we go. Oh, I can tell Cindy uses text speak. It put apparatus instead of Stamparatus. Yeah. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say the word Stamparatus is not known to anybody but crazy Stampin' Up people. It's a funny word, but it's so fun. I just love the name. I mean, whoever came up with it was quite clever. I remember when it first came out, we're all like, what? A what? How do you say that? A what? And now it's like, oh yeah, we know what a Stamparatus is. Okay, here we go. And number 8. What time are we at? We're at 14 minutes total. I mean, I started a few minutes later. I I could have the whole video done in 30 minutes. That would be fun. All right, we're done with that. So put the Stamparatus away. Just put that over to the side. Get all my cards back out. And now, okay, that one got stamped wrong. Holy gamoly, how many more did I get wrong? Oh, shoot. Oh, I am in trouble for talking and stamping at the same time. Oh, no. Shoot. All right. Well, there, I failed. I failed. Those are, see, I did it that way instead of that way. Darn it. Too fast. Did all of them get messed up like that? They sure did. All right, well, I'll make something else out of those. I just happen to have cut paper. No, I don't. Well, shoot. That is so frustrating. I was doing so good. All right, we're just going to put a pause on the timer. It's at 15 minutes. I got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, I gotta readjust. Oh, you all. I tried so hard. All right. Hey, I'm still going to try to beat the clock. We're at 16 minutes. Maybe I can still get under 30 minutes with a mistake. Wouldn't that be something? I just happen to have this cardstock cut. That is another savior. Whenever you get your thick white cardstock, take it to a paper place. I get mine done at the FedEx shop, but you go in there with your reams of paper and you just say, I need this cut in half. And you can either have it cut hot dog or hamburger style, and it's just a couple dollars. And I have all of my thick white cardstock cut right away. Now, not my regular white. My regular white, I don't know what sizes I'm going to need, but card bases, I always know what I need. All right, so these are all going to be long, though, but that's okay. Now, let me get back out my Stamparatus because we're going to have to readjust that stamp so it'll stamp correctly. Oh, boy. Okay, so I want my stamp there. All right, so it should well, actually, oh, it works. Hallelujah. Okay, here we go. We're at 17 minutes. Can we do it? Oh, the bend is kind of causing problems. There we go. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I got lucky on that one, didn't I? Good morning, Michelle. And I got Debbie Spicer and Debbie Parker. Debbie says, oh, life. Yep, that's what it is. And of course, you know, trying to go speed lightning fast on a camera in front of thousands of people, that can kind of jar your nerves a bit. Of course, now I'm laughing out of embarrassment. That's okay. There we go. So my next step, after I stamp, I'm going to be attaching that zigzag piece, okay? And there we go. And last one. Okay. Alrighty then. Now let's put that away. Put the lid on the ink so we don't have a mistake. And now take our zigzag pieces here, and I'm just going to flip them all over because I need to put adhesive on the back of each one of these. There we go. Very assembly line way. And I'm just going to put a little bit. Oh, come on. There we go. And now we're just going to put all of these on here. And if it goes over the edge, that's okay. You can trim that up later. Okay, one. There we go. How are we doing on time? We're at 19 minutes. Not bad having a major mistake, but that's, well, I wouldn't say a major mistake. I didn't ruin anything. Like I said, I can use those card bases for something else later, which I will. But for my demonstration purposes of getting 8 cards done in under 30 minutes, okay, it only works if you don't make a big mistake like that. Okay. Are y'all having fun? Who said that? Michelle, oh my goodness. So Michelle says, I've been trying to make multiple cards lately. Well, don't do what I did, Michelle, and put your paper in the wrong way in your Stamparatus, or you'll be in trouble. Francine can't see. Oh, my camera fell again. Thank you, Francine. What is going on with my camera? It is not a happy camera. Okay, there we go. Okay, Maureen just said she can't see what I'm doing, but you can now. Tell me you can see now. You should be able to. I'm looking at my setup and it says that it's showing. Okay, just 2 more. How are we doing? We're on 21 minutes. I think we're going to do this. Okay. And 1 more. All right, like I said, the next thing we're going to do is the pumpkins. And our pumpkins are going to be set up on dimensionals. Okay, so that's going to take a minute to get dimensionals on there and get the backing off the dimensionals, but hopefully it won't take too long. All right, here we go. We got all of our pumpkins. We're just going to turn them all over. Oh yeah, this camera just keeps falling. I'm not sure what's going on. This is not good. Okay. Oh, you know, I see what it is. My bar that's holding my camera is falling. Oh, lovely. All right, well, that's another reason why this might take longer than 30 minutes, because I'm having camera issues. Get a pair of tweezers. It's much faster to get these dimensionals on and off with tweezers. Okay, I've got them all set out. I got all 8 of them, and here we go. I'm going to put 1 here and 1 here. Okay. 1 and 1. Whew. All right, we got all, whoops, missed one. There we go. All right, we have all our dimensionals on here, and now we're gonna get them all off of there. And if you're noticing, my tweezers are extremely sharp, and I'm just using it like a piercing tool, and I'm just poking and lifting. Whoops, and it stuck to my fingers. Oh gosh. The silliness of trying to go fast. And there we go. All right, so now we have all of the dimensional backings off. Now bring our cards back in, and we're going to put our pumpkins right here. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and fold the card while I'm doing that. How are we doing? 23 minutes. Okay, we still have to put the bows on there. So we're not quite out of the woods. Oops, there's a dimensional backing wanting to stick. Like I said, it's just the beauty of the gold with the elegance of black and white, the timelessness of black and white. I mean, black and white's always been very elegant. And of course the script makes it elegant too, but it would look just as elegant, I think, with a block script. Whoops, come here. There we go. Okay, and think I'm gonna do it. I'm so excited. And here we go. Now, like I said, making a bow. Once you start getting into making the bows, I want to quickly show you how to make a bow very quickly. Just keep it on the spool. Don't take it off of the spool. Make yourself a loop with your finger, okay? Pinch it. So you got your loop pinched. Can you see that? I know it's kind of hard. Then wrap and tuck under into the gap there. Okay, and of course, if you have long fingernails on, it could be difficult. And while you are pulling the loops through, you kind of have to be careful that one tail. There we go. And then take that tail and adjust. Take that tail and adjust and snip. And like I said, and then you just do another one, another one, another one, and you get them on really quick. Next, if you have your glue dots on a roll, okay, it's very fast. If you don't, if you have the kind of glue dots that are on a sheet with a picker, that's either way is pretty fast. So you just put it on here. You smash the bow into the glue dot, lift it up. Whoops, didn't lift up. Come on. Okay, and then we just put it right there, and we are finished with that card. Okay, so I'm going to use the picker. I like trying to use these use these sheets up. They come in my paper pumpkins, and I just hardly use them for the paper pumpkins, but I like using them for these kind of things. And like I said, I'd already made the bows earlier, and it took me, let's see, I wrote down somewhere how long it took everything. I was thinking it took me 3 minutes to make all the bows. There we go. And so things that you need to make this work for you are some specialty tools. For instance, the Stamparatus. Another thing would be a pair of tweezers and a piercing tool. These things just speed up your work a little bit. I was always told, if you want to do a job right, use the right tools, okay? So another thing they told me was, however long you think it's going to take you to do something, multiply it by 3, and that's probably how long it's really going to take you. But I was trying to prove to you that you can make 8 beautiful thank you cards in less than 30 minutes, and I had 27 minutes on the clock. And I did talk for a few minutes before we started, and I messed up, and yeah, so I think I'm still doing good. Okay, here we go. Come on, get off of there. Oh, okay, I'm looking and I'm seeing bows missing. Oh, there's one. 2 cards left. Yay, we're gonna do it. And last one. Yay, look at that. 8 cards in less than 30 minutes. And now, for those of you who purchased from me this last month, you're going to be getting one of these as a wonderful thank you, because I love sending cards to you all. Ta-da! 28 minutes and 13 seconds. Aha! So I definitely made 8 cards under 30 minutes. Okay, awesome. And there they all are. So how fun was that? And like I said, let me just repeat real quick. When you are needing to make a lot of cards very quickly, you need 3 things. You need a border, you need an image, and you need a sentiment. And by using specialty paper, by using special kind of cuts. Another really cool idea here, instead of die cutting a zigzag, you could have torn black paper, and that would be even faster, and put like a torn edge there. That would be really pretty too. All right, I hope you all enjoyed today's crazy card tutorial. Wednesday is our card challenge. And so if you have not entered the card challenge yet, I would like to say please do so. Let me move that over. There you go. So, oh yeah, you can see my camera right here, how it's been falling. Isn't that lovely? Okay, I'll get that fixed for Wednesday. And Friday is Fun Fold Friday. What else is going on? Celebration ends in 10 days. You all are awesome. I love you guys so much. Put pictures of the cards that you make on our Facebook group, Kristina's Creative Stampers. We love to see each other's work and get ideas from each other. So, Have a blessed day. Oh, thanks, Nelda. Yeah, I got my haircut. It was getting too long. Anyways, y'all have a great day. Talk to you Wednesday. Bye-bye.